What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with a very special edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight. Alright, going back to Skillet. Yes, indeed. Skillet Fans FEELIN YOU. Come on now. Here we go. I did say this is a special edition of Reactions and Reviews and Rants, didn't I? Yes, I did. I did say it's a special edition, and there's a very good reason for that, and that is because we are celebrating a birthday today. It is a certain young man's birthday. He has been a big supporter of the channel. He's been a huge fan of mine, and listen, when I have a fan like that, I can't let him down. I can't. So his dad contacted me, asked me if I could do this. He and I worked it out. We came to an agreement, and here we are. So, ladies and gentlemen, put those hands together for my main man, Caleb the Walrus. Yes, indeed. It is Caleb the Walrus's birthday today. So put those hands together for that young man. Yes, indeed. I can't hear you. I said, put those hands together. Yeah, that's better. That's more like it. That's what I wanted to hear. Okay, that's enough. Stop. That's enough. We don't want him to, get a big head like me.
That's the truth.
So, it is Caleb the Wallace's birthday today. He's been a big supporter of the channel. And today, for his birthday, we're going to do a very special request. It is Skillet, one of Caleb's favorite bands, by the way. It is Skillet with their song, Standing in the Storm. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, I've never heard this song before. From what I understand, this song didn't come out too long ago. It's fairly new. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I recognize this, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Let's see, this was posted by Skillet, and the video has, check this out, 217,217 views. Yeah, 217. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Caleb? Are you ready? We're doing this for you, man. So everybody, get those fingers up. Hey, I'm looking at you. Yeah, you. Get those fingers up. We're going to do this for Caleb for his birthday. Here we go. Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Skillet, Standing in the Storm, official lyric video. And this came off of Skillet's official channel. Oh boy, I hope this doesn't get blocked. We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Oh.
Around me start to darken, like searching eyes, the serpent's always watching. Tell me I'm still breathing, tell me there's still feeling. Persistence makes me stronger, it makes me stronger. Tell me to be defiant, cause I won't be silenced when I suffer. Swinging shots like a lion, gonna call on fire and rain and thunder. I say the world around me start to darken. Resistance makes me stronger, so make me stronger.
It's heavy. It's got the heaviness. I like the heaviness. It's got a pretty solid groove to it. The vocal delivery, the phrasing, the timing of the vocal delivery it's almost like hip hop. Almost. I mean, it's coming out strong. I like the call and response. It's fast. It's immediate. Like as soon as John's done, Jen's right there, boom, with her single word. But that single word just echoes the last word of his phrase. It is a little overly processed, in my opinion. I mean, everything is processed. I mean, even the guitars are coming through a little overly processed, and I'm not the biggest fan of that, if I'm being honest here. It's good. Like I said, it's heavy, but it's a little overly processed to the point where the entire track is distorting slightly. There are things you want to distort. You want the guitars to distort. You want to put a little bit of distortion on the bass, you can, as long as you keep it light. I've talked about that in the past. You got to be careful when you're adding distortion to bass. If it's too thick, it's too heavy, it just immediately turns to mud. I don't know why anybody would want to put distortion on drums, but I mean, you can. I don't know why you'd want to. Vocals, again, got to be careful. Kind of like bass, a little too much, and it turns to mud. And unfortunately, that's kind of what's happening here. It's like what it sounds to me like. This is what it sounds like to me. They took the master track. They mixed everything, right? The way that they wanted. They finished it. They mastered it. And then they took the master and they ran it through the processing afterwards. So everything is being hit with the processing and the like distortion. And I don't know if I'm a fan. I don't know. I mean, we're only a minute in. It's a little quick to judge, but I really hope it cleans up a little bit. I hope it does. When the vocals do clean up and they're coming through clearly, they sound great. But when they add that distortion effect, it's a little bit much. It's a little bit much. So anyway, let's keep going here. Yeah, this is better. See here. This is where I'm starting to hear some of the process. The chorus was clean. I liked the chorus. The processing got stripped away from the vocals. The vocals came out clear, clean. I liked the chorus. Now we're getting back into the verse and it's getting a little over processed again. So I guess it's going to be give and take. It's okay. It's all right. I've heard worse. I've heard far worse. So this is not the worst I've ever heard as far as the overprocessing goes. Anyway, let's keep going here.
I feel the voices underneath me calling. I sink into the great art of the fallen. Tell me that you hear them. Tell me you don't feel them. Resist a little
It's that quick response.
Never let it be decided, cause I won't be quiet when they threaten. Through the hate and the violence, got truth on my side and no stop rapping. I feel the voices underneath me calling. Resist a little longer, death before dishonor. Whatever comes, I'm standing in the storm like never before. The pressure builds around me, let the weight surround me. Whatever comes, I'm not giving up. Fearless as a lion, not afraid of dying. I still got some life in me. You can try to shake me. I still got some fight in me.
I think we have a guitar solo. Let me back up a little bit. Yeah, it's the same thing. The verse, a little over processed. Chorus, it cleans up every single time. That call and response, like I said, it's a quick response from Jen. It's fitting though. I think if she had dragged it out, I don't think it. Well, number one, it wouldn't have fit in the phrase. They could have altered the phrase to allow her more time, but I think it would have lost its effectiveness. I think part of the reason it's being so effective is it is so quick. Like she's immediately there. There's like no pause. She says her one or two words and she's out, and that's smart. It is effective. I personally would like to hear more from her. I love her voice, but you know, for the purpose of the song, I think she's doing exactly what she needs to do. I think that's it. Let's hear this guitar solo. Let's see where this goes. Let's see if it is a guitar solo. Skillet isn't always known for their guitar solos. I sometimes they put one in, and it's usually short when they do. It's usually like a quick little 8 to 16 measure thing. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if it's a solo. This is more of a breakdown. That pre-chorus is good. Okay. Double time feel. That's almost over. Huh. Well, I mean, I'm doing this right now. Let me think about it. There were certain things I liked. There were certain things I didn't like. Let me gather my thoughts. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Skillet with Standing in the Storm. This was a very special request made on behalf of Caleb the Walrus for his birthday today. So we are here to celebrate his birthday, and what better way to do it than with his favorite band getting a reaction. So there you go, Caleb. I hope you enjoyed the show, man, and happy birthday once again. Do me a favor, everybody, before we go any further. Do me a big favor. Just do it for me, okay? And do it for Caleb, too. Y'all just, in the comments, just wish Caleb a happy birthday. If you're not sure about the spelling, it is literally right here. So if you need the spelling, it's right there. But yeah, wish Caleb the Walrus a happy birthday. I'm sure he would really appreciate it. And I know I would appreciate it, too. All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, look, I understand it's his birthday, but I still got a job to do here, okay? I can't just let it go and say, well, that's it, you know? No. We're going to do this. We're going to do it right. On a scale of 1 to 10, I thought about it, and this is the score I came up with. I'm going to give that a 7.8. Yep, 7.8. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay. There were things I liked. There were things I didn't like. But the things I liked far outweighed the things I didn't like. So there was more good than bad here, okay? So that's how we're coming to the 7.8. Let's get into it now. I'm going to start with a couple of things I did like. I'm going to tackle the couple of things I didn't like, and then we're going to go back and finish with all the things I did like. So the things I did like, I liked the feel of the song. It had that halftime feel all the way through the entire song for the most part, except for like the last like 8 measures where it went into a double time feel. That was cool. I liked that. I kept wondering if they were going to play around with feel at all. Because they're already in that halftime feel, how easy would it be to go up and do it in straight time? They didn't do it until the very end. They saved it. Now, normally, I'm not a big fan of that. But it worked out in this case, and I think the reason it worked out is because the song was so heavy. The song was very heavy. And if it had gone into that double time feel too quickly, or too often, I think it would have lost some of the heaviness. And if I have to trade off between playing with feel or keeping it heavy, I'm going to keep it heavy. And that's what I would rather have. So it worked out. It absolutely worked out. I was not a fan of the over-processing, especially in the verses. The verses, it was blatant, and it was a little overly done to the point where everything started to sound a little bit muddy. In particular, the vocals. The vocals got a little too digitized. The vocals got a little too muddy, a little too digital sounding, basically, and overly done. So it kind of wrecked the verse for me. But for some reason, when they got to the pre-chorus and they got to the chorus in particular, that all cleaned up. It was like they took off the extra, they took off the extra processing and just left it as the master track. So now why they did that, I don't know. I can only assume they were going for some sort of an effect. And knowing that this is a studio recording, this is the effect they were going for. Why? I don't know. I don't get that. I don't understand why they would be going for that particular effect, but they did because they put their stamp on it and said, we approve. And so there it is. I will say I am thrilled that they got rid of it on the pre-chorus, and in particular the chorus. The chorus is the hook, without question. The chorus is the selling point. The chorus has a ton of commercial value. I can see it being used in all kinds of marketing strategies, whether it be television commercials, movies, ad campaign spots, radio spots, played in arenas, you name it, or sporting arenas, I mean, like sporting events like hockey, basketball, whatever. I could absolutely see that chorus being used. Maybe the pre-chorus to set it up. Maybe use the pre-chorus as a finish, because the pre-chorus, let's be honest here, the pre-chorus is pretty short. Maybe fade it in on the pre-chorus to get into the chorus. Maybe that might not be a bad way to go. No, overall, the song was well written. I mean, I don't have a problem with the chordal structure of the song. It all made sense. Like I said, I love the heavy feel. Guitars sounded really nice, sounded thick, but not overly thick except in the verse. Bass, same thing. Pretty great tone out of him, except in the verse where it got a little muddy. The drums sounded really nice. Good drumming patterns locked in with the bass player. And the drum tone I liked, except, guess where? In the verse, where everything just sounds like everything was just put through a processor. And I don't understand why. Vocally, this was another big selling point for me. John's vocal delivery on this, with the phrasing and the timing of the phrasing on his delivery, wow. I mean, he was stepping over into the realm of hip hop a little bit with some of that, some of the subdivisions in the phrasing that he was doing. It was interesting. It was very interesting, but it was very well done. Jen's vocals coming through clean on the pre-chorus in particular. The call and response I liked, and the reason I liked it is because it was so quick. Don't get me wrong, I always love to hear more of Jen. I love her voice. But at the same time, in this type of a heavier song, having that quick response from Jen. Just one word, 2 words, and having it come in immediately when John was done. It made sense. It absolutely made sense. So as much as I would have loved to have heard more from her, you know, or maybe space it out to give her a little more time, I'm glad they didn't because it fit the motif of the song. Now listen, it's a really good song. Would I ever go as far as to say this is one of the best songs from Skillet I've ever heard? No. No, I would absolutely not say that. I've heard better from them. But I've also heard worse from them. Well, this is about right in the middle for me. This is a very middle-of-the-road song for me from Skillet. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's actually really good, which is why it's getting the really good score of 7.8. Now, if you're not sure about that, you can always take a look down below in the video description where you'll very clearly see my scoring system chart. Look it up. That's all you gotta do. Go and find 7.8. Where does it fall in? Between 7.0 and 7.9. And that is the grading scale for what? What does it say? It says really good. So it's getting a very high really good. Not quite great. If they had gotten rid of that over-processed effect in the verses, I'll be honest with you, if they had just gotten rid of that, this could have been up in the 8s. It would have been low. It would have been like 8.1. But it still would have been up in the 8s. But unfortunately, because of that over-processing, we're down to 7s. Still a really good score, though. So, 7.8, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this very special edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base just like Caleb the Walrus did, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me. But if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching. And before we leave, make sure that you guys go down into the comments and wish Caleb the Walrus a happy birthday. Okay, that's what this whole episode was for. So make sure you show your support to everyone in the community and wish that young man a happy birthday. He is my main man. So make sure you do that for him, all right? Thank you very much for watching, everybody. And as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Happy birthday, Caleb. I hope you have a great one. Later. Peace.